Welcome back. Well, we have Nicole Herrera here, who's with Kaiser Permanente in Orange County, and she's going to talk to us about heart health. And I know that February is Heart Health Month, and we're closing in on the end here. So tell us a little bit about yourself first and what you do.
So I'm a health educator at Kaiser Permanente. I teach a lot of different classes, but one of the classes being the heart health class, or taking care of your heart, as we call it.
Okay.
I teach at all kinds of different MOBs. I'm in Irvine, Anaheim, kind of wherever they need this, but we teach a wide array of classes.
Okay.
Everything from diabetes, pre-diabetes, to also the taking care of your heart and our healthy balance class as well.
Oh, good. And you had mentioned before we came on that you were nutrition,
yes.
Mostly in nutrition.
Yes.
So I would assume that some of that would come into play in trying to keep your heart healthy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Diet is a really big thing that plays a role in it. So it definitely goes hand in hand.
Okay, excellent. So let's talk a little bit about how heart disease starts.
Yeah, so heart disease basically starts with little plaque that slowly kind of builds up. A lot of this plaque can come from your food that you eat, inactivity, smoking, and some of it also has to do with genetics. So really making sure we have a balanced lifestyle and controlling the things that are within our reach, like our diet, like exercise, like sleeping well, our stress levels. So this plaque slowly begins to build up. This can be caused from a diet that's high in saturated fat as well as cholesterol. Once that plaque slowly starts to build up, that puts us at more risk for heart disease, but also heart attack and stroke.
Exactly.
So it's really important that we keep a balanced diet and also a balanced life as well.
Right, right. Okay, good. And then risk factors for heart problems other than kind of what you mentioned.
Yeah, so other things are family genetics that are involved with it. I know I talked a little bit about smoking, a history, right? We want to stop smoking. Diet, the high in saturated fat and cholesterol. We want to aim towards more of leaner meats, and again, that balanced plate, which we'll get into, I'm sure, a little later. And then also exercise, making sure we stay active. Our heart is a muscle too, and I think we forget that. So making sure we are exercising regularly as well.
Now, some of our folks in our community, you know, exercise is tough for them.
Yeah.
So I know there's lots of classes that are helpful for them, but you're saying that it doesn't even have to be like really rigorous type of exercise.
That's right. So our goal ultimately would be 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week. So about 150 minutes within that week. Okay. But if you could just start with 10 minutes a day of just that moderate activity, that you're still going to get some benefit cardiovascularly with that type of exercise. So whether it's, I know some people may have joint issues, walking in the pool, water aerobics, it doesn't have to just be, you know, that running on the treadmill that we kind of instantly think about.
Right, okay, that's a good one, the pool, because, you know, that certainly takes a lot of weight off, off your muscles and joints.
Yes.
What are some of the key aspects of healthy diet, like you mentioned?
Okay, so when we think about our plate when we're eating, we want to envision a 9-inch plate. We want half that plate to be filled with non-starchy vegetables, things like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, green beans. All those are rich in fiber and all kinds of nutrients. The other fourth, or the half of our plate, 1/4 would be filled with lean meat. These are things like chicken, fish, which is really good. And then also the other fourth is going to be filled with that starch or whole grain. So really in that plate, we want the balance. But we also, when we focus on those starches, we want to make sure in the grains, we want that fiber. Fiber is something that can really help bring down all those levels that we're looking at, our cholesterol, LDL levels. So making sure we're getting adequate amounts of fiber. And if we get that within our balanced plate, that's going to really benefit our heart.
So what about supplements? I know people might take fish oil and things like that. Are those helpful?
You know, they are. Fish oil supplements are helpful, especially for people that don't particularly like fish. But you always want to make sure whatever supplement it is that you're taking, you want this little small emblem that's USP verified. We want to make sure that you're getting quality supplements. So looking for those types of symbols, and you can actually go online and look up the USP symbol so you know what to look for and identify. because we want to make sure you're getting a quality supplement. There is research that shows that those fish oil supplements are good. Of course, we would like to get it naturally from our food products, but if you're not a fish person, I know it can be kind of difficult to get that in your diet.
Yeah. Well, now let's talk about the different types of omegas that are there. I know there's a variety of them.
Yeah.
Is it all of them you have to have or just one?
So we want a balance of the omegas. We want to really focus for heart health, though, on omega-3 fatty acids.
Okay.
So this is going to come from salmon, those fishes, mackerel. But you can also get these from walnuts, chia seed, flaxseed oil. So there's are different types of sources you can get it from. So you have some variety in there. So nuts and seeds are also a part of that balanced plate where you can get the omegas in there as well.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that, because when you said mackerel, I'm like, no, thank you.
Me too.
Well, good thing. All right, good. All right, perfect. And then I know we have a little slide that sort of outlines sort of the risks and things that we should be taking into consideration. So maybe let's just talk a little bit about that. So symptoms of heart disease.
Yeah, some of those symptoms are when you're having basically that chest pain and so forth, and also just not really feeling well. So we see on here the different symptoms of the heart attack and also heart failure and that fluttering in the chest. But you know, in general, when we talk about heart health and heart awareness, sometimes it can be silent and we have that big episode that happens. So the best recommendation I would say is really just going into the doctor for those annual visits, getting your regular blood work, because then we're going to be able to identify before it gets to that point where you're having such great symptoms. And that's one of the great things about Kaiser is all these wellness and education programs that we do have available to stop it from getting to that point.
Right. And I also have heard that many people, and I think it was more women, kind of ignore signs thinking, oh, it's nothing, or it's indigestion or something like that. Is that true?
Yes, it is. And the scary thing is for women, it could feel like an upset stomach. It could feel like just this, you know, we identify it as a different pain, but we just for some reason keep pushing it off. So really kind of being in tune with your body and saying, you know, this just isn't right. It's better to go get that checked out and be safe than sorry.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Any last things? I know we talked about food and supplements. Anything else?
You know, just living that healthy lifestyle, trying to exercise, getting enough sleep, and also managing stress. So I would highly recommend the Taking Care of Your Heart class that we do have available at Kaiser. We go into depth. It's a 2-part class. So it'll be 2 weeks in a row for about 2.5 hours. So a lot of education in there. And you'll also get 2 booklets that you can go back and review, take notes in. And Kaiser has a bunch of great resources also available in that book.
And I know we have many Kaiser Permanente members here, so that will be perfect for them.
Yeah, and free of charge too. So.
That's excellent. All right, very good. Thank you so much for the information.
Thank you.
All right. And remember, if you want information regarding heart health through Kaiser Permanente, you can go to kp.org/Orange County. We'll be right back.